This is if buts and maybes, bro.
Is a disgrace to the sport.
Flat zero, flat line is done. Horror take.
Welcome to Goals FanZone. This is Fan Jury.
Eden Hazard is one of the most overrated individuals. Even in his prime, he is super overrated, though. Let's be honest. There's guys who we prefer. Mo Salah is clear of him.
Clear?
Alexis Sanchez, clear of that individual.
Wait, Sanchez?
Alexis Sanchez.
Who?
Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez. But let's not get into it. There's more people that are clear of that guy right there. Let's not forget, in one campaign, brother got 4 goals in the Premier League. Not my guy. Not my guy in his prime, by the way. Got 4 goals. What else? Listen, there's other stuff he also did. Your boy Phil Foden will have a better legacy when he retires than Mr. Prime Eden Hazard.
Yeah, I agree with that
We
one. I agree with
actually let that man somehow finesse his way after retiring. There's guys who are still playing. Hazard right now playing at Match for Hope. We got Mo Salah still with the Premier League. It's ridiculous some of the stuff we let this man get. And guess what? We inducted him into the Hall of Fame. That's when you know the game is gone.
Nah, you absolutely lost your mind.
How?
Because we're talking about probably, I would say, arguably top 5 greatest Premier League players.
What, to never hit 20 goals in the season?
Bro, it's not about that.
What a player, bro.
It's not about that.
Imagine my great player not hitting 20 goals.
I don't want to hear stats when it comes to Eden Hazard because we've never seen a player dribble like he has in the Premier League. Not just that, though. The way even defenders talked about him during his time, like, you can genuinely see the fear in their eyes and like the way they explained him. Like there hasn't been a player like that, honestly.
One, he never got 20 goals. 2 players that played for your team, Phil Foden and Sterling did. And Buemo, before he came to you, got 20 goals. Igor Thiago could potentially beat that. Listen, that man right there is one of the most over-glorified individual I've ever seen, bro. Mo Salah is 10 billion times clear of that individual.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Easy with the
Clear
superlative.
of that man right there.
Easy with the superlative.
Thank you, bro. You understand? You get it?
Easy
He's
with the
100% clear of him.
superlative,
KM, you start off the vote.
Maybe 5.5.
Come on! 5.5, 7, bro.
Yeah, bro. 5.5.
I know, your beggars can't be choosers. My bad, bro. I'll take my 5.5.
5.5.
4. It's not horrendous. It's not as bad as some of the other ones you've done, but like Hazard in his prime. You added that bit. That's what it's given for.
Okay.
2.
2.
Actually, no, 1.5.
What?
Yeah,
now, why is that? I literally mentioned 2 of your players, bro.
Bro, it's Eden Hazard, bro. Did you see what he did?
One of the worst
Did you watch his game?
One of the worst title defenses, bro. Eden Hazard.
Oh,
the guy that can't
did
even
you?
win the Champions League at Chelsea. Eden Hazard, bro.
I've got some homework for you. Yeah, go home. Yeah, go put on your PC and watch.
By
Hazard,
the way,
please.
let's not forget when we found out in your 2020, like the 2012 season, we asked you who was the first goal scorer. You didn't even know him. Remember that, Braz? We could go in the archives. Remember that?
I'm gonna have to go and say it's a 7. Honestly, the fact
There we go.
The fact for me, the thing that made the differentiation in his prime, I've heard people go as far as to go and say that Eden Hazard was chatting with Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. And as soon as that, for me, that's all here. I think that's a take. The fact that you go and you look at the fact Chelsea won their Champions League before he was there, or right after he was here, tail off after Real
4
Madrid.
goals in the Premier League season, bro. Like, bro, the highlight comp started and it ended. Bro, we also the comp video, bro. The comp video was 1 second long. He did nothing that season.
I'm gonna go with a straight 0. I think I'm an elite football enjoyer, and Eden Hazard falls into that category of elite football enjoyment. He's one of the greatest footballers that I've ever witnessed play in the Premier League to ever touch a football. The fact that he put Alexis Sanchez in that conversation is disgusting. If Eden Hazard played for Arsenal, he would have delivered you at least 3 Premier League titles. Instead of Alexis Sanchez, by the way, if he played in that position. One of the greatest to play in the Premier League. PFA Player of the Year for a reason. Unbelievable player. Unbelievable career at Chelsea. That was absolutely disgusting to hear from you.
You know what's insane?
But I'm not surprised by it.
You don't know what's insane. You mentioned Hazard being one of the enjoyers. Brother, he don't play for your team. So that means no one in your team makes you sit up and enjoy it.
I'm an elite football
No,
enjoyer.
bro. You said Hazard's one of the best you enjoy. No, he's not, bro. Bro, you know what it is? You watched football after 2013, bro. That's why.
You can't tell me what
you
I
watched
can't
football after
enjoy.
2013.
You're just going to get a pass. I'll probably go for a green. I'll go bang in the middle on a 5. I'd probably say, yeah, quite overrated, but I think you're a bit harsh on the in his prime stuff. But I'll give you right down the middle and put
Thank you,
a
bro.
5.
I appreciate it. You know what it is? I'll take that. Some people have sense. Some vote is 0 on the other hand.
This is the first one. We've got clapped at one of these. I'll take it. The top 5 players in the world right now wouldn't get in the top
10 players in the world in 2012.
So who are the top
I'm going to
five?
give you my list. If you guys want to make your own list,
let's
it's
hear it,
opinions,
let's
you
hear
can go with it.
I'm intrigued.
So my top 5 players in the world right now are Yamal, Pedri, Mbappe, Vitinha, and Dembele.
You're finished.
And my top 10
You're finished
players
already.
in the world in 2012 is Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, Neymar, Ibrahimovic, Xavi, Iniesta, Modric, Bale, Hazard. Honourable mentions of Gerrard, Robin, David Silva, Neuer, and Van Persie.
Wait.
He's cooking.
Hazard in
He's right.
2012.
Wait, hold on.
He's cooking.
How is this?
Hazard in 2012.
He's
How's this a
cooking.
hot take? That's not hot. This is
Wait, hold on.
Bible, bro.
You're saying that none of the current players.
No, not one.
Yamal.
Not for me.
Wait.
You have to look, right? You have to look because a lot of
It's not terrible. It's not
Modric
terrible.
and Spurs in
Listen,
2012.
a lot of people love to sort of pretend that for some reason football is the exact same as it was back then as it is now, but it's not. The refereeing right now is so much worse. And
Okay, hold on.
listen,
Pause.
the players
I
play
would
such
like-
a different game.
Hey.
Listen. The players play such a different game now than they did back then. Football was a harder game back then than it is now, and the players that would have played it would have eaten these players alive. I'm telling you now.
I'll give it. You know what? I'll give you a 6. I'll give you. Actually, give you.
I'll
I'm
take
gonna be
that.
nuts. I'll give you a 6.
That is head-
I'm gonna give you a 6. It was bad. It was bad. When he first said it, I was thinking, oh wow, like 8, 9, and then he started banging on about refs, started telling me about Suarez in
But let me say
2012.
one thing.
But like, look, I'll give you a 6. I'll be
Argument that
nuts.
he came with, he should have easily blown it. You made it so difficult for yourself.
But
putting
no, but
players
what I
that
said at
weren't
the start was that the players are up for interpretation. If you want to come up with a different list,
But
go
why
for
did
it.
you come up with that list?
Because that's my list.
He's also
I came
getting
up with a
extra
list.
marks for going up on
Right,
stage
so
and managing to not talk
Alright,
about Arsenal.
anyways.
So like,
There you
it's
go.
fair play to him.
I'm gonna vote 0 again because
This guy's a
can you
hater.
can you name me an Eden Hazard game for Lille in 2012?
There we go. Because yeah, exactly. So wait, Ed,
Champions League. Hey, you're a fraud.
I may have.
in 2012.
You're a fraud. Hey,
I may have been.
2012,
Listen,
Modric is
maybe
better
Hazard
than
was meant to be on the honourable mention.
Neymar.
I'm not too sure.
2014, not 2012. 2014, we'll say.
He said that was his take.
But
But you said it, yeah.
Said the
You made your
wrong
bet.
year.
You made your bet. I'll give him a 6. What have you given him?
Let's go down that line, man.
I've gone 0.
I haven't decided yet, man.
Yeah, I think 0. You said 2012 Modric over Mbappe currently.
Again, you can choose the players. It's not about the players. Listen, no.
2 zeros.
You guys are deaf.
Please wrap it up. Wrap it up. Zero. We'll move on. 0, 0, gone. 0.
This is a very good take.
I'm gonna give you a 1. You picked the wrong year, and you picked your whole argument was flawed. Let's move on.
0.
man.
You said the
referees don't work.
The players weren't part of the argument. It was the statement.
Hey, buddy, you got 0. He take it back.
0. He's 0. So 0's all across the board. 0's all across the
No,
board.
wait, I've got 0 as well. Get out.
The worst ever take. The worst ever take. The world of football needs to hear this take and listen to it very carefully. Lamine Yamal finishing second in the Ballon d'Or is a disgrace to the sport. A disgrace to the sport.
But you should have finished lower or higher.
Just lower. There is in no world, in no way should he be finishing second. In no way should he be finishing second. Dare I say, I'll go and say Lamine Yamal's 2024-25 season is overrated. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's overrated. You go and you look. People constantly go into. I'll talk about arguably what people go and say is the greatest performance, in the Champions League. That second leg against Inter. Don't get me wrong. I think it was one of the best performances last season. But I'm sorry, that performance is overrated. Doué's performance in the final is better than Lamine Yamal's performance in that game.
Yeah, fair.
First and foremost, he had more GA. He had in fact, if you go and you look at it, Désiré Doué in that Champions League final in 67 minutes had more chances created than Lamine Yamal did across 210 minutes across both legs. You go and say the XG, he had more XG, he had more shots, all these things. Again, if you're going to go and say because Lamine Yamal completed 14 dribbles and did a couple Ike all of a sudden that's the greatest performance, by all means.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy to say that Doué is a better player than Lamine Yamal, but your point is that we're talking about
Yes,
the
it
actual
is.
Ballon d'Or.
Yes, it is.
It's not that insane. I think Doué's definitely up there. Doué's absolutely insane. He doesn't get as much credit because he's playing for PSG, but I think when you just watch Doué, you can see what he's capable of. But you're talking about from a Ballon d'Or standpoint, so obviously where does Doué come into this? Because you've obviously mentioned Doué. You've compared him to Lamine Yamal.
I'm just going.
So who should be above Lamine Yamal then? What kind of names are we bringing?
I'll go and say the only one I'm going to say. I'm not even going to go look too far. Right, I'm going to go and look right in his own dressing room. He wasn't even the best player on his team. Let's go and look at it first and foremost in La Liga. Rafinha was finished with was La Liga player of the season. He had more GA than him. In fact, over the course of the entire season, we keep hearing Lamine Yamal is this excellent chance creator, excellent this. Not only did Rafinha have more chances created, had more big chances created, and had as many assists as him, he was more efficient with his touches as well. You want to talk about clutch moments? Rafinha was the Barcelona player who got them one of the most points statistically, was clutch against Bayern Munich, against Inter. Even though I would go and say across obviously both legs, I'd go and say Lamine Yamal had the better performance, we'll go and say. But even across those two legs, Rafinha is involved in 3 of Barcelona's goals.
Okay. Look, I know exactly what you mean. Look, I understand what you're saying. You made a great point for why he definitely shouldn't have come second, and I can only agree with you on a lot of the things you've said. But in terms of it being a disgrace to football, I just think that's maybe, again, a step too far, similar to some of the other takes. Just a step too far. You've got the right idea, just a little bit too far, I'd say. I'm going to give you a 4. I'll kick off with a 4.
Alright, you gave you a 4. I'm going to be honest. Your take, it was a good take. But it was the most disgrace to football. I wouldn't say the biggest disgrace to football. We've had a couple of ones before, like Henry and Nedved. We had a couple of disgraces. So I'm gonna give you an 8. Wasn't too bad. I'll give him an 8.
I agree. I don't think he should have finished second. I'm not too upset about you saying disgraceful as well, because I get it. You know what I mean? You got to up it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the crowd excited.
You have to be hyperbolic.
I appreciate some good work. You know what I'm saying? But
as in, again, I'm not saying that Lamine Yamal is bad. I think Lamine Yamal has the potential to be one of the greatest. But based on that season alone, him winning the Ballon would have been crazy. And
I like the fact you said as well he's very entertaining, but not necessarily the best. So I'm gonna give you a 7.5. I like it.
I'm gonna give you a 4.5. Now, yes, I do agree that Rafinha should have come one place above him. I don't think it's a disgrace to football. I think he's the best player in the world.
Do you think he was the best player in the world
last season? And I think his performances, maybe not the best player because of Dembele, but I think his performances back him up. Yeah, man, facts.
Same as kind of what Dylan and Brad said, I'm going to go a 4. It's not crazy, but I agree on the premise of he shouldn't have been second, but the disgrace part.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with a 3 as well. I think you're on the right lines, but I don't think it was a disgrace. I do think he's one of the best players in the world, so I had no problem with him finishing second.
You suck!
I suck.
Fit ass!
Right. Anyways, guys, my hot take is that the Arsenal Invincible season is not even a top 8 Premier League winning season. Obsessed. And now I'm gonna come with some metrics. Okay, so this is how
word to wait, but obsessed.
Okay. We'll let them get out. We'll let them get out. So I measured this on a few metrics. Okay, so for example, number 1 was the entertainment factor, the dominance factor. Other competitions as well was a big factor for me. So I'm gonna start off first of all with the teams that I believe, the Premier League winning teams, which I thought are clear of the Arsenal Invincible season. So I've got the 07-08 Manchester United team that won the Premier League and the Champions League that season. I've gone for the 04-05 Chelsea side that won it. I've gone for the 98-99 treble winning Manchester United side. I've gone for 18-19 Manchester City. The other one I've got is the 22-23 City treble winning side. Okay. I've got the 16-17 Chelsea. Okay, I've got the 19-20 Liverpool side and the 08-09 United side. So that is the teams I have above the Arsenal Invincible. Now, the reason why I don't have the Arsenal Invincible in my top 8 is, for example, I think their claim to fame is avoiding defeat. Okay, now you can also get relegated by going unbeaten in a Premier League season. You can draw every single game and still get relegated. Okay, another thing I want to mention, Arsenal didn't even score the most goals in that Premier League season. They scored 73 goals in that league season. Man United scored 80. Arsenal's third top goal scorer in that season was Gilberto Silva with 4 goals in that season, which is absolutely disgusting.
Sounds a lot like what's going on this year, so I'd be, you know what I'm saying, cautious of it.
This year?
You know what I mean? Yeah, sounds a lot like how Arsenal set up this year. Goals spread out across the team.
Good for you. Anyways, moving on.
Mate, trust me.
Too much emphasis again on not losing. 12 draws is absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, for example, Liverpool's 19-20 season, just for example, they won 26 out of 27 games and they drew that last game. If it wasn't for COVID, they would have probably broken.
They won how many games? Sorry?
26 out of 27.
So how many did we win if we drew 12 games and won the rest?
No, they won more than 26. I'm talking about up until that point, they won 26 out of 27.
Oh.
They won more than you that
So
season.
how many?
Don't
How many
worry.
did they win?
I don't know how much, but they won more than you.
How many lessons did they get that season?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Your claim to fame is the whole not losing. Like I said to you, you can get relegated by not losing. What I'm saying
we
is,
didn't. We'd won the
of
league.
course, what I'm saying to you is,
And
what I'm
it
saying
was
to
a gold
you,
league.
what I'm saying to you is, it's not a top 8 Premier League because let's go back.
So what
Let's
was-
go
okay,
to the other
so- okay,
competitions.
that's fine. So tell me what was more special about
because
Chelsea
you had your time up
16-17.
here and your
No,
take was
tell me
trash.
what was more special
And I'm
about
telling you,
Chelsea
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to
Right,
tell you.
listen.
In the FA Cup, you done nothing. In the Carling Cup, you done nothing. In the
Right.
Champions League, you done nothing. So if you look at the other competitions, you done absolutely niche. The other teams that I've listed were competing. They won multiple trophies that season, including Champions
always
League,
falling
treble
apart.
winning sides. How have I fallen apart?
So 16-17 Chelsea, you mentioned the one
And
that
I'm,
Premier
and
League
like I
lost
said
to
you-
us in the FA
and
Cup
I'm talking
final.
about the other.
So
I'm talking
what
about the
happened
other.
there then?
No, I'm talking about the other achievements they've achieved. For example, Chelsea, first three at the back team to win the Premier League title. Centurions, first team to hit 100 points, obviously in the Premier League. 0405 least goals conceded. So I'm telling you why they are more impressive than the Arsenal Invincibles.
So what was the actual reason the 16-17 Chelsea team was better than the Invincibles?
All because
What was the reason?
they went three at the back.
Because they went 3 at the back. That was
Three at
it.
the
Because they
back.
went 3 at the back.
Arsenal lost no games, but because Chelsea went 3 at the back and they won.
Because
You
played
guys
in formation.
drew 12 games in that
Right,
season.
right,
You
but we
didn't
didn't-
even score the most goals in
hold
that
on a second.
Premier League
Arsenal
season.
in that
Your
Invincibles
claim to
Obsessed,
fame,
obsessed,
Like,
obsessed.
if
your
Arsenal
claim
went
to
3 at the
fame
back
is
in
just
that season-
because you avoided defeat. The aim of football is to win football matches.
You just
You
told
guys
me
were
Chelsea
going
went
into
3 at the
games
back.
trying not to lose.
On the merit of the 8, I think there's maybe 2 that are pushing it slightly. I will 5 you. I will 5 you.
Appreciate it.
I agree with the point, of
Oh,
course.
thanks.
But I do also think you added a couple too many in there. You should have.
Which teams would you disagree with?
With the Chelsea one, definitely not. Like they.
For the 16-17 or
Yeah.
they were top from first game?
Oh, look,
Wow.
they're a good
Hey, but
team,
what about
innit?
the European
you just
metric?
went-
Guys, let's
Well, the
please
European
vote and then
metric.
we'll move
What happened to that?
You just went a bit too far with it, but I'll still give you a 6.
I'm gonna give you 7.5.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
7.5. It would have been a 10. Yeah, but I don't think it's a hot take. I think that's common
Yeah,
knowledge.
aye.
What was that?
W.
I back that up. I think you might have included a bit too many. If you restricted this to a top 5, I would fully back it. But with 8, you got a bit greedy. You got a bit greedy with that one. But I respect the take, so I'll go and give it. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5.
Appreciate it. Go on, lads. Dry your tears first, then drop the zeros.
First, I already said it, bro. Stop talking about Arsenal challenge impossible. I guarantee you, in a couple of weeks, we surprise again. We'll mention Arsenal again. That right there, European metrics, bro. Some of the teams we mentioned even win it. I'm gonna go for. Can I get minus?
No,
Okay, cool. How about this? Flat 0, flat line. It's done.
calm.
Horror take.
No
So there's
shots
a 2
there.
zeros then.
Was KM, please fire away with whatever you've got to offer. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Come on, clap him up. Clap him up.
My hot take, which I don't think should be hot, let me preface that, is I think Mo Salah has been unfairly maligned during his career, and if he played for either Barcelona, Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, he would be seen as a top 3 player of this generation, only behind Messi and Ronaldo.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Why did you have to do that?
Salah's the only player in Premier League history to have 10 plus goals and assists in 6 consecutive seasons. No one has done it for more than 2 in a row. I also believe Salah is in the top 7 in assists and goals scored Premier League all time. I think when you think about the best players a lot, obviously take away Messi and Ronaldo, Neymar, I think great player, a lot of what he did again in La Liga. If Salah played in La Liga with the amount of space that some of these players are in on the global stage, I think arguably there's nothing he could done in that period that he wouldn't be seen as rivaling these greats. The Ronaldinho's a great player, but if Salah played in Barcelona for these years and put up the numbers comparable to what he's doing, why would he not be seen as amongst the greats?
Nah,
The things he
KM,
gets penalised on,
Please.
I think is tech, which is an
I
unfair
just,
thing.
I just want to hear, like, who would he bench in these teams? The Real Madrid, the Barcelonas, and the Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, maybe.
I think who you mentioned in who would be benching, I think Bayern Munich, Salah would, I'm not going to say easily because there's a lot of legends with Dina I don't want to disrespect, but I'd have him starting over Robin. I think there's been Barcelona teams in front threes where you've had Pedro, David Villa starting. Salah would, for me, ahead of them easily. The only front three he wouldn't get in is that MSN, that BBC.
said he's not getting into that MSN, and you said if he played there, he'd be the top 3 in his generation. Last I checked, Suarez, Messi, Neymar, they're all in his generation. So you just admitted that he doesn't get into that team. So
he's a right winger and he had Messi on.
Thank you very much.
Let's say, for example, we can go and we can reposition Messi and play him as a 10 or somewhere else. You think that he goes and you take off Neymar, you take off Suarez, and you put him on the right wing.
Okay, I think what we're getting bogged down is the position of it. Suarez, a striker, Neymar, left winger. I'm saying if Suarez's career happened in Spain for either a Barcelona, a Real Madrid, or Bayern Munich in Germany, he would be seen as higher in his career legendary. I think him being at Liverpool, especially for what he's done, why is he not comparable to these greater stars? We're comparing him with Hazard, who by the age of 31, 30 was at Real Madrid. Wash didn't contribute to that.
All right, let's get to voting. I'm gonna start. Me personally, I like Salah. You know this. I said it earlier. I like Salah.
Remember what
But
I gave you? Come on,
No.
bro.
But you said top 3 of our generation, bro. That I can't support that.
If he had his career in
So then who
for
would
one
get?
of these
But the
clubs,
thing is, you haven't asked it. Who would get dropped? Because if he goes there, someone has to get dropped.
No, but you're being too literal.
It's like I apply for a job and then I don't get the job, but then miraculously the job appears. It don't make sense. There's only one position. I didn't get it. Oh, there's another one there.
yeah, Rob.
I'm gonna give
like
it
I said,
one.
Rob
I'm
and
gonna give it
Benzema
one.
as well.
I'm gonna give it 1.
I'll just put it on the green with a 5. Just.
So we're going and saying that Salah, Mohamed Salah, would be a better player than Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. The Salah that I was going to see, there's zero.
You're
Yeah.
changing your argument. You're changing your argument. You're making the argument that I didn't make.
I'm gonna go with a 3.
Yeah, it's a 0 for me. I mean, bar the fact that it's just too theoretical for me. Like, I get this is all theoretical, but this is too like, oh, if Messi didn't play or whatever. The reason Barcelona and Real Madrid have got their names is because of the players that played there. Anyway, even without that, he's definitely not the 3rd best player in the world. Terrible to watch. 0.
I'm going with 0 as well. As long as Neymar is breathing, as long as Ronaldinho is breathing, Mo Salah is definitely not the 3rd best player.
Thank you.
That honestly,
We're forgetting
I feel
Mbappe
sick.
as well there.
I feel sick. I feel sick.
You know, I don't think it's as hot as you lot might think it is. I think a fully fit centre-back pairing for a 38-game Premier League season, Gabriel and Saliba, would outdo the John Terry and Carvalho 15-goal record.
Gone. Let's vote now. No deliberation.
Hey, you got a 10 from me.
No,
You got a 10 from me.
no deliberation.
12 games into this Premier League season. That's about just short of a third. You know, you got to get the decimals out. That's just short of a third. We'd conceded 5 goals? I think it was bang on 5 goals. That's a fact. That team, obviously, with John Terry and Carvalho, conceded 15. There was a long period of about 2 months where we chopped and changed centre-back partnerships. We had Timber playing at centre-back at times. We had Ben White shifting in at right-back. We had Hincapié and Mosquera both playing at centre-back together at the Bridge, who I believe neither of them even speak English. It was a rough time for us defensively, right?
You don't need to speak English to understand football. You get it?
Your own players are catching strays.
I think when you look at Gabriel and Saliba's record when playing together since Saliba came back from his loan spells at Arsenal, they've kept 47 clean sheets together as a centre-back pairing. I mean, in the space of about 3-4 years, that is ridiculous. You look at what they were on track to do this season before the pair of them got injured together at one point even. We went about a 9-game run, 10-game run without even conceding a goal. There was a period where I'd go to games and we'd get annoyed or worried when the other team would be on the attack. Not because we think they'd score, because we were worried we might concede a shot on target, and that was considered ridiculous at the time. So yeah, there was a period where we were untouchable defensively in the Premier League this season, and unfortunately, the powers that be had another plan for us. They got injured and we started to leak a few more goals. We're still top of the Premier League, and I still think they're a centre-back pairing that will win Arsenal Premier League. I think that's definite for me.
Let me get out of the way now. I looked at your maths. I checked it twice. It all made sense to me. You give me a number that you want.
I'd like a 7.
I'll give you one more. I'll give you 8.
I thought you were a Sociedad fan. What you doing?
No, we get Odegaard, Zubamendi,
Moreno.
Mendy.
Zubamendi, Moreno.
Connection.
So we have good allegiances over there.
Yeah, I'll go straight to a 1 for me. I mean, there's nothing much.
You woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. What's going on? There's just nothing getting past you now.
I mean, just genuinely, your take was trash, so I'm giving you a 1.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go and second that. I think just by the fact that you're coming off her going and saying that.
Second, that's also 2.
Huh?
We're getting a 2.
No. I'll go say, I'll be kind. 1.5. 1.5.
I don't think it's terrible, but I'm going to go with a 4. Just below average.
I dislike John Terry more than I dislike any of them two players, yeah. But I agree that there's just no way I think I can see myself watching a defence concede less than 15 goals in a season. I'm going to give it a 2 because second again, LA.
I'll give it a 5. I remember being there in November, December when I thought all my days Arsenal could potentially do it. So
It all fell apart.
I'll give you 5 because you did base it on fitness.
So my take is, Lamine Yamal is going to be known as a better footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo, and he will have more Ballon d'Ors by the time he retires.
That's not ridiculous to say.
Thank you very much.
That's not
Thank you very
ridiculous
much.
to say. That's
How is that not ridiculous,
That's
man?
not ridiculous to say.
I'll start by voting from now.
Wait, no, we're not voting.
That's
We're
not
voting.
ridiculous to
Let
say.
him land.
Hold up. I'm assuming you came with some sort of facts to back up your statement.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't really have any facts.
No, you gave nothing. You gave nothing.
But wait,
Didn't try.
Let me explain though. Let me explain. Listen, how old is Lamine Yamal, guys? How old is
18.
he? Just turned 18, right?
Have to do it.
And he's already, 100 wins in his career? He's already got a Euros.
Wins.
He's already got, yeah, exactly, 100 wins in his career. Already got a Euros,
I've
yeah?
never seen someone bring wins to it.
What do you mean? He's 18 years old. What was Ronaldo doing at 18 years old?
He was lighting up.
Chilling.
the ball, bro.
He was chilling in Sporting.
chilling.
He was chilling. That's what he was doing. In not even a top 5 league. Lamine Yamal is already performing at such a great level. Look how many appearances he has under his belt. Not just for club and country. I would even argue that he has a better international legacy already than Ronaldo. Already. What? Already.
No. Bryce, you're in jeopardy.
You know,
I had you high.
He hasn't
You're
got the
going
same
down.
record for his country as Ronaldo does, so that's just factually.
Yeah, but how many games has he played? And he's already got just as
Obviously,
much.
You said
he's got
just as many trophies.
to build up a legacy.
You said
He can't
legacy.
already
You said
have a better
legacy. You
legacy.
said
He's got to build it up.
So both of them have Euros already, and Ronaldo has 2 Nations League, one of which he won on his
Nations
head.
League. Are you
No, but
counting
you're
Nations
talking about
League?
legacy. You're talking
Come
about
on, man.
legacy.
No, we're not talking about Mickey Mouse
You're
trophies.
talking
We're
about
talking about
legacy.
major trophies.
So
here.
what exactly does Lamine Yamal's legacy internationally does he have over Ronaldo currently?
But you're focused on legacy too much.
No, you said
You said it. You said it.
It's your
You
take.
did.
Oh, this stinks,
Okay,
man.
listen. No, you're focusing on the word legacy too much. What I really meant is that he will be a better footballer, yeah, than Ronaldo and end up with more Ballon d'Ors, yeah? So Ronaldo has 5 Ballon d'Ors.
Right, let's stick to one. Let's stick to
What have
one.
you seen from Lamine Yamal?
Right, can we stick to one? Is he going
What
to be
have
a
I
better
seen from
footballer?
Lamine Yamal?
Is he
What haven't I
Is
seen
he going
from
to be a
Lamine
better
Yamal?
footballer? Is he going to win more Ballon d'Ors? Can we stick to one? Because
He's
you're
already
you're
come
all over the
second
shop right
place
now, I'll be
at
honest.
16, 17 years old.
Right,
and you're telling me
he's come second place.
already.
Right, so are you going with the point that he's going to be a better footballer, or are you going with the point that
Yes.
he's going to win more Ballon d'Ors? Like I said, you're all over the shop right now.
Both. He's
that's
going to be a better footballer and he's going to win more Ballon d'Ors.
all I wanna know
Think
is
about how
six.
many
That's all I
years he
wanna know
has in
is
his career.
six.
If he's managed well enough, I promise you, he is going to win more Ballon d'Ors. And look at the competition now he has. Like, you're going to say Mbappe, right? Mbappe's 27 years old. He still hasn't brought a Champions League and he still hasn't got a Ballon d'Or. Who other
Ronaldo
players
had
are rivaling
Ronaldo
him?
had Messi.
And that's another.
Brads,
And that adds to my point, though. Ronaldo had Messi to
doesn't
compete
make him
against.
a better player.
Lamine Yamal has no
That just
one.
means the competition
Brads,
less.
In my opinion, he hasn't got the hunger that Ronaldo would have had back in the day. In
But
less
Brads,
of a
I've-
social
that's
media
just-
generation. We live in a
that's
social
just
media
media
generation
takes,
where
bro.
I just think
That's just media
less-
takes.
less
Lamine
hype.
Yamal's
Fight,
mindset
man.
is on another level, and that's why he is achieving these type of clutch performances
For his
as
sake, I
well.
hope so,
We're seeing
but
against
I don't see
Inter.
it.
That was one of the most craziest performances I've seen from a player.
One of the most overrated performances.
No, that was one of the most
It's
crazy.
so
And if you want to
overrated,
talk about individual performances as well, against France in the Euros, oh my God, the way he
top.
wrapped it around top bins like
What
that.
did you do after?
We have
What
never
did you
seen-
after? What did you after?
We have never seen a kid do this stuff, bro. A kid, and I emphasize on that, a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go
Watch
again.
when
He's 18.
watch when he's like 24 years old, 25 years old. It's raps, bro. The gap is gonna be like this. He's gonna be the best player in the world. The gap is gonna be there.
But
I have a
football
question.
doesn't
Hold
work
on,
like this,
hold on.
though.
I have a question,
How do you know?
Brad.
Football doesn't work in this fashion.
Yeah, hold on, Brad.
Keep going like
I've got-
this.
But
I've
he's
got-
going like that.
No, Brad,
Actually, I would matter that he's going like this. He's breaking the chart.
I've got 2 points. One, first and foremost, I'd like to go and talk about 2 specific players that have had, you can argue, similar trajectories. One is Lamine Yamal's own idol, Neymar. When Neymar came onto the scene, we were going to saying he's going to win 3, 4, 5 Ballon d'Ors and so on and so forth. And look what's happened. You look at Mbappe, for example. It's crazy to think now Mbappe.
Stop on Neymar. Yeah, Neymar.
Yeah.
He was with Messi, so that already takes everything out of the thingies. Messi's gone in a year or two, so that's what my whole point is. He's going to be a better player because he has less competition around him.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make him a better player.
It does.
Hold on,
It does.
what about?
So okay, so for example, no wait, for example, yeah, if Lamine Yamal ends up picking up 7 Ballon d'Ors, yeah, 7 Ballon d'Ors in the next few years, yeah, he gets a Champions League, multiple Champions League, he wins a World Cup, he wins everything. Are you not going to say he's a better player? Because even on the eye, for me, on the eye, Lamine Yamal is a better player.
So are you saying he will be, or he has to? Are you saying he will? Hold on.
We're giving him too much.
Just for my own.
He's already technically better than Ronaldo. That's what I'm saying. He's already technically.
He will be, or has the potential to be.
Potential to be.
I wish. No,
Okay,
you know
that
what?
changes
You know what? You
things.
made a good argument about the
That
Ballon d'Ors
changes
and how he
things.
doesn't have a Messi or a Ronaldo to compete with. Yeah. If you come to the stage and said, "I think Lamine Yamal's going to win more Ballon d'Ors than Ronaldo," and then you'd explained yourself, I would have heard you out. For you to say he is a better footballer, you've come to the stage and you've said he's got a better international legacy. You've come to the stage he's going to be a better footballer.
No, but what stops him from being a better footballer in the future?
Is this vote?
I just want to add one thing as well.
No, please.
I want to add one thing.
Vote.
The fact that Ronaldo had Messi as a competition, the fact Messi had Ronaldo had Messi's competition, I think pushed him harder to try and be number one. I think,
and he couldn't.
But it pushed him harder. Yamal don't have the competition.
So in the final, wait. In the final,
I'm going with the one. Starting off with the one. Kicking off with the one. Over to you.
No, that's for us.
Whatever you want, whatever you're saying.
all I'm saying, when I'm 45 years old, yeah, it's gonna be Messi, Lamine, Ronaldo.
It's a 0 from me, my bro. Okay.
2.
Honestly, I think your initial take wasn't bad, but then you started go exaggerating, saying he's already got a better international legacy. For me, I'll have to say it's a 4. 4. I think it's a 4.
4 is kind.
That's calm. I'll take that.
I bet you will take that.
You will take that.
It's a 0 for me. I can't lie. He's not
zero?
better than Ronaldo. He's not going to be better than Ronaldo.
It's one.
Why? Give me a point.
Bro, we've done the points
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
bro.
He's got too
Really?
much. He's got too
Anything.
much to outdo. There's just far too much to outdo. Ronaldo is not going to stop kicking ball until he reaches that 1,000 goal mark. And I promise you, a winger who bases his game off aesthetics rather than
Aesthetics
stat
is
padding,
true.
like
That's true.
look, you've got your Salahs, and then you've got your Lamine Yamal. You've got Salah, who will give you maybe 50 GA a season. Lamine Yamal came second in the Ballon d'Or with how much GA in La Liga? Not a crazy amount.
He's already broke that, and we're not even halfway through the season.
He's not
He's not even broke that. He's broke it.
He's not going to touch half Ronaldo's numbers. He's not going to touch half Ronaldo's numbers.
Brads, you know me, good friend, bro. Listen.
Come on.
Horror.
No, what do you mean?
Don't say come on me, bro. Listen,
And I give you
that
one,
was
bro.
that was.
Did you not say Lamine Yamal like outside? Did you not say Lamine Yamal is better than Ronaldo already?
Me personally, we see Ronaldo's career. We haven't seen what Lamine Yamal could do, bro. It could be over for Lamine Yamal at the age of.
This is if buts are major, bro.
What's your vote?
I went 1.
One, yeah? One?
Bro, listen.
All right, listen, camera,
That's
yeah?
the future teller.
Listen. I'm telling you, we're going to come here back in here in 30 years. Watch. Lamine Yamal's going to be the greatest. Second greatest. Watch.
7 Ballon d'Ors. 8
7 Ballon d'Ors incoming.